Do you think you could get rid of your phone for 24 hours and not use it at all? Because me personally, I think I probably could. I'm going to get into that today. But anyway, welcome in. Today is day 80 of talking to a camera every single day for 100 days. Welcome in. Come sit down. Today I want to talk about something. I was talking to a friend yesterday about just like a lot of stuff, like a lot of very deep conversation. I'm not going to get into it. But one of the things we spoke about was, just like getting off the phone, like just not using the phone. And I said, I think for people that don't use their phone as much, that lower their phone usage or just don't use the phone at all for certain periods of time, right? That can be a really helpful mental health tool to have in your toolkit, just to be able to sort of switch off for a bit, say, no, I'm not using my phone for a bit, I'm done. Like, this is, for me, what I class as, I haven't used social media in about 2 months now, which is relatively impressive because I used it like almost every day before that. And my only like social media usage is messaging apps like WhatsApp and Snapchat. And then I sort of, I post my videos. I do it through YouTube Studio though, so I don't even have the YouTube app on my phone because I know if I did, I would watch stuff on it, and that's just not. It's not healthy for me at the moment. I just need to cut out. Like, I'm in my stage in my life. I'm at a very like sort of the opposite of additional, subtractional stage of my life. I'm sort of like taking things out as much as possible instead of just like chucking more in, just having more stuff, more stuff, more stuff. Now I'm like taking it out. I'm like, I want less. I want less. And one of those things I've taken out is social media. I've also taken out a lot of people and stuff like that. And it's cleared my head so much. And I think the removal of, I think going without a phone is unrealistic. These days it's unrealistic. There's a possibility you could have a burner phone or like a second phone that's like all it does is like message and call your important contacts. And I think I'm probably going to do that at some point just so I can have this phone as just, my chuck it away in a drawer when I'm not using a phone, because sometimes I want to go and I want to enjoy my time and my phone's just there. And I find, especially when I used to have social media, if I had a patch of time like between doing things when I was just sat there, I'd pull out my phone, I'd go on TikTok. That happened the other day. I was hanging out with some people, and I just like wasn't really talking to them because I was just not talking to them very much. And so I was like, I was taking a bit of space. I was taking a little break from the conversation, right? And I couldn't go on my phone, so instead I went on a walk. I walked like 3-4 kilometers. It was a very nice walk. But that's a good thing, right? That was a really good reaction to that situation. I was bored, so instead of going on my phone and scrolling and just comparing myself to other people, I went outside, took some time in my own headspace. My phone was on like 7% anyway, so I didn't have much choice. Like, I could look at the weather app for like however long the rest of my battery remained, or I could go on a walk. And I went on a walk, and it was very enjoyable. And I think that goes back to going outside, but I just think removing yourself from your phone every now and then, trying to find ways of being less dependent, is such a good thing. And the thing is, it's not achievable to be one of these people that has under an hour of phone screen time a day if that's not your thing. If that sucks for you, don't do that. Why would you do that to yourself? I'm just saying, sort of think about the negative uses of social media you've got. Like, think of the things you've got, like, using social media. Like, if you got like a 25-hour screen time, like, you gotta count that out. But like I'm saying, if you're on social media a lot, you just need to sort of find ways of reducing that, or sort of maybe even changing it to more positive things, like happy content, rather than just, oh, this person's richer than me, this person's got a bigger bum than me, this person's got better abs than me, or whatever you do on social media. I don't look at rich people with big bums and abs, by the way. That was just an example. But looking at people that are best than you is positive, but it also has the negative connotations of, with social media, you can only see parts of people, so you think they're these perfect people, but they're not. And that's really bad. And, taking some time away from social media is definitely a catalyst to improving your mental and physical health. Anyway, goodbye.